Alright, I'm out here looking at my S2000 engine. This is the S2000 engine that blew up. And to save us some time, I've already pulled the engine out. I pulled the cylinder head off for you guys. So this is the one that was sticking up. The valve head actually broke off and was embedded in the piston, and I'll show you that in a second. But let's pull this off and see what's going on in here. The other keeper's there. I'll just take this spring off. This is the spring. Just to save you guys some time, I didn't want to have you sit there while I tore the engine down. So this was the cylinder where the damage occurred, and 3 of the valves that came out of that cylinder look like this. They're bent and smashed. They're not supposed to be like that. They're supposed to be straight like this. So here's the valve that caused the problem. You notice that it doesn't have a valve head on it, and here's that valve head. This is what snapped off the valve. This is what goes in right here. And the interesting thing about this is in the valve that failed, the valve guide is loose. So if you can see that, let me move this closer. I can wiggle the valve back and forth. So the valve in the guide just is not doing well. If you put it into any of the other guides, the valve moves smoothly in and out, and it doesn't wiggle. There's no play. And so this is one of the things that you check on the LS7. The valve guides can wear out and the valve heads will snap off and blow up the LS7. I didn't know that this could be a problem on an S2000 engine, but here we are. And so this is the valve head that broke off again. So that's what we're looking at. The good news about this type of failure is that I have a lot of good engine parts. Even though the cylinder head is trash, you can see that the damage went through into the water passage. So even though the cylinder head is trash, there's a lot of good parts on the engine. I'm going to show you those other good parts. And I've already sold quite a bit of parts off of this engine. Alright, so we have the intake manifold and throttle body in good shape. We have the exhaust manifold in good shape. We have a bunch of bolts. I can't really sell those. The oil pan is clean and in good shape. I can sell that. Timing cover. The short block is actually usable. The cylinder walls are scored, so if someone wants to use this block, they're going to have to sleeve it. But this is good news because sometimes when you drop a valve in an S2000 engine, you can crack the block. But this block is not cracked. The bottom end is probably fine. I gotta tear it down. But we can rotate it around and you can see the pistons moving. So that's kind of cool. Now if you take a look at the damaged piston here, you can see that the valve head was just sitting right here in this piston. So this piston is obviously trash. And you can see the scratches in the cylinder walls there. So that's good news that some of that stuff is usable. Someone already bought the oil pump. The other good news here is that the cams and the rocker arms are in good shape. And so this is another item that I can sell for a decent amount of money. Usually when you drop a valve in an S2000 engine, you will damage your rocker arm assembly. And so I'm very happy that this is in good shape and that I can actually sell some of these parts off the engine to make back some of my money. That is all I have for you on the S2000. I wanted to keep this short because there's no point in making this video long. Here's some close-up of the cylinder head. But that is a damage to my S2000 engine. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure that you enjoy your car.